Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you a video on which Leviathan is coming to Monster Hunter now, and how to best prepare. So this video explores Monster Hunter's Leviathans. Next major update in June, we are projected to get our first Leviathan in the game. Now if you see right here, you see the infographic that was provided to us from Niantic Japan/Capcom. For the summer roadmap, it says in parentheses like First Leviathan. So it's easy to assume, or it's safe to assume, that there may be only one of them releasing next update. Hopefully it's going to be a big update. Big update means lots of monsters. First Leviathan. So let's try to figure out exactly which the first Leviathan is going to be for Monster Hunter now. But first, what are Leviathans in Monster Hunter? So some of you may not have played Monster Hunter or any of the main series games, etc. And Monster Hunter now is your first game, which is no problem at all. That's amazing that you're part of Monster Hunter in general, and allow me to give you a little bit of a history lesson for Leviathans. So Leviathans were introduced in the 3rd generation of the Monster Hunter series. So no Leviathans existed before the 3rd generation, which means if you played the OG first Monster Hunter like I did all the way back in 2004, you didn't see any Leviathans in there. But what made these so cool and iconic is that Leviathans could be fought underwater, which made the fight super cool and exciting. As you see in the trailer right here promoting the game as well as Leviathans, it is absolutely incredible and super cool to see. Look how cool it is. You can fight these underwater in a group hunt. For the time and for the age gaming was, the fact that you could do this underwater just looks so cool, and hopefully maybe we'll get something like that in Monster Hunter now. Probably not, just because of the way the game's made. But it's also important to note that there are no Leviathans in Monster Hunter World. Everyone, including me, thought the game was based off a world, which it was, but Leviathans aren't in world, so the game is expanding its monster list to other titles in the franchise. If you first started in Monster Hunter Rise, you probably know Mizutsune is in that title as well, and not just the 3rd generation. So it's super cool, and I can't wait to see what Leviathans bring in the future. Now that you know a little bit about Leviathans, which is going to be the first Leviathan in Monster Hunter now? So Monster Hunter Now's dev team has a pattern of preparing us for the next update. 2 of the biggest focuses of the Vernal Invader were Devil Joe and Zinogre. Devil Joe had its own event, as not great as it was. However, we had the Thunder event, which led us to getting Thunder attack gear, and we have the Zinogre event, where Zinogre will be out on the field for the Vernal Invader. With all these things considered, it's safe to assume that the first Leviathan will be weak to the Dragon and Thunder element. Dragon and Thunder, if we put that all together, well, then we can assume that the first Leviathan is gonna be weak to Dragon and Thunder. This might also play into the fact that Kushala Daora is likely going to be the first Alligator Dragon coming to Monster Hunter now, and it's also weak to Dragon and Thunder. So, if we have the first Elder Dragon and the first Leviathan, which Leviathan is weak to Dragon and Thunder? And the good thing about this is that you likely have built either of these elements thanks to the recent events. Devil Joe's is expensive, however we had plenty of opportunities for the Thunder Elemental event, and of course the ever popular #1 voted, the Thunder Assault Wolf. I know all of you are trolling me because you're like, King, it's not a tiger, it's a wolf. I know that, but you know, for me, I get confused when I have a saber-tooth tiger and a wolf, and I'm trying to talk about either one of them, you know what I mean? I don't do a lot of if, ums, and ums and buts on my content, but I definitely will tell you, I definitely know that Zinogre is a wolf. But thank you for all of you that corrected me. You are correct. It is a wolf, the Thunder Wolf. In fact, the first ever time it came out, I believe the quest was called the Thunder Wolf Assault. But yes, thanks to Thunder Wolf Assault and the Zinogre Field event, you likely have both of these weapons for the upcoming Leviathan. With that being said, the first Leviathan is likely Mizutsune. This source is from the Monster Hunter Wiki, so after going down the list of all the Leviathans that are weak to Dragon and Thunder, I actually found one, or actually if you fought this thing in the 3rd generation like I did, or you fought it in Rise, it is weak to Thunder and Dragon, and it is called, again, Mizutsune. They're doing all the research on all the possible targets that are weak to Dragon and Thunder. There's one Leviathan that stands out above the rest. Like I mentioned, this one has both of them. Weakest to Thunder and Dragon. Per the Monster Hunter Wiki data, Mizutsune is weak to Thunder and Dragon, like I mentioned. And this would explain why there is such a heavy focus on thunder. So if we put it, of course, water conducts electricity, and thunder beats water. So it's not a surprise that for the very first Leviathan coming, you're gonna electrocute it to death using your thunder weapons. And it would also explain the Deviljho event being released. For those of you that played the Deviljho event, hopefully you got some use out of it, unless you were part of, one of those overpowered communities that had a ton of group hunters, or you went crazy, you went stupid, you went crazy, and you drove around and you hunted every single possible Deviljho that could be a Deviljho, and you managed to make a lot of progress, which is totally possible. All you driving grinders out there, I respect you to oblivion as one of you as well, and I hope you all had a lot of fun during that event. Me, I played a little bit of it until I realized I'm just like, you know what, I'd rather wait till Deviljho's out on the field. That's just me. But for those of you that went ham for it, mad respect to you, and I hope you got everything you wanted out of that event. But thanks to this event of Dragon and Thunder, we are prepared to take on Mizutsune. Now, to give you a sneak peek of Mizutsune's profile and attacks, Mizutsune is a male Leviathan introduced in Monster Hunter Generations. It's only male, it is not female, unfortunately. So if you are hoping to look at some beautiful female Mizutsunes, they're all dudes. But they're pretty dudes. As Mizutsune has a variety of charging and tail attacks. As you see, it slithers through around these poor palicos, or... yeah, what are you doing? Bro, do not drop the soap. Okay, never mind. That's too graphic. Mizutsune also has a variety of water, breath attacks, and some annoying bubble movesets that may hinder your movement. As you see, these palicos right here are slip and sliding and are running away from this beautiful wyvern, as you see right here. And it is an absolute majestic beast, and it's going to be totally annoying to fight thanks to those bubbles. So how will Mizutsune be introduced into Monster Hunter now? We'll just have to wait and see. Fortunately, I don't really have any information on that, and I couldn't expose it anyways because I'm a Capcom creator, but we'll just have to wait and see how it will be. If it's any indication like the other two for Fulminations of the Frost and the Vernal Invader, what I mean by two, I mean Deviljho and Zinogre, as they both had their own unique hunting mechanic. Zinogre for huntathons and Deviljho for invasions. But it's totally possible Mizutsune is thrown into huntathons. I mean... for the next update, how are you gonna do it? Are we gonna be able to fight it underwater? That'd be totally cool, and I'd be totally for it. But at the same time, I kind of get it. The more you try to make something super cool, the longer it would take to make it. So, with 3 months, I think that'd be enough time, but we're just gonna have to wait and see like I mentioned. Please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Hopefully y'all are excited for the major June update that features the first Leviathan, as it's coming pretty soon. So let's hope with a whole bunch of content and a whole bunch of new things that we're going to be excited about. For now, good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.